So now that we're in February, of course the thing that everyone is looking forward to is the Pokemon Presents that's gonna happen on Pokemon Day on February 27th. In fact, this Pokemon Presents has already gotten leaked through Pokemon Go, as I think there was a data mine of like a recent update that happened, which basically confirmed that there was in fact a Pokemon Presents happening on Pokemon Day 2025, so it's to be expected at this point. It's been the case for like the last 5 or so years, so there's no way that it wasn't gonna happen, especially with a brand new main series game that's supposed to come out this year. Now, I'm going to have a more detailed video going over my specific predictions for Pokemon Presents as we get closer to Pokemon Day, and maybe I can try to get one of my friends like Ruffled Rowlet to come on, and then we can have kind of a long episode just going over our predictions. But for now, I want to talk to you guys about something that I feel like is going to be really cool with how they're handling this next main series Pokemon game, and why it's really such an important thing that it really kind of deserves its own video, because this is really going to be an amazing thing for Pokemon after so long. Now real quick, I just want to mention that my audio quality should be fixed now. I know some of you guys were joking around in the comments of some of my last videos. I think one of you guys said like, did I record the video in an oven or something? And I didn't really change any settings on my microphone either, but for some reason, like the last couple videos, like a lot of the audio was sounding very tinny and echoey for some reason. So I do apologize for that. I did tweak some stuff around and updated some drivers and things, so it should be fixed now. And it does sound pretty crispy to me now when I'm hearing it back, so hopefully everything is pretty good. But yeah, this Pokemon Presents is going to be crazy because it is literally going to be a year since the last Pokemon Presents that announced Pokemon Legends ZA for the first time, and since that day, we have not gotten any type of official updates or information about this game, besides that small little teaser that just showed Pikachu running around Lumio City, which barely gave us any type of info even for what this game is going to be about. And so it's going to be an entire year, and we still have no idea exactly what the gameplay of this game is even like, what the game looks like in engine, and the last time that we've ever had like a wait as long as this for a main series Pokemon game from the time that it was announced to the time we actually got to see gameplay footage was with Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. So Pokemon Diamond and Pearl were revealed for the first time in October of 2004, but they didn't get any type of gameplay update or any type of look at what the game is actually like until May of 2006. So that was honestly even more than a year that you had to wait, and I guess it kind of makes sense because coming from the GBA to working on the DS, they had to do a lot more stuff obviously to have now a game with 2 screens, and then obviously having the sprites and everything be more detailed because they're working on a more powerful system. So I'm sure it definitely took a lot of time to make that game work, and that was still before like worldwide releases and stuff, so I guess they announced the game like much prior before actually showing like what it's going to be like. But we also saw some other stuff like that with Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, where they were announced in March of 2001 and then got nothing for an entire year, and pretty much with both of these types of reveals, they just kind of gave the titles, the logos, a very small little tease, but they didn't give any type of actual in-game footage for over a year. And just having the Pokemon Company put some extra development time into this game makes me so happy, because we finally had a gap year last year in 2024 where we had no main series Pokemon game at all, and it was the first time that Pokemon took a break since 2015, where that was the year that everybody was like predicting like, oh, are we finally going to get Pokemon Z? Is this going to be the year? And then we actually got nothing, and then we had Pokemon Sun and Moon come out the following year for Pokemon's 20th anniversary. So this is actually really crazy, because since then, after 2016, we've just been getting main series Pokemon games or main series content pretty much every single year, because 2016 we had Pokemon Sun and Moon, 2017 we had Ultra Sun and Moon, 2018 we had Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, 2019 we had Pokemon Sword and Shield, 2020 we had Pokemon Sword and Shield DLC, 2021 we had Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, 2022 we had Pokemon Legends Arceus and Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and then 2023 we had Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC. So last year was the only time that they took a break after so long, and I'm honestly very happy because I would love to see them put some more extra time into the development and making this game even more polished, especially with a brand new Pokemon Legends game. And of course, I'm sure there's probably like a B team that's working on Pokemon Legends ZA, as the main senior team, I'm sure, is already hard at work on Generation 10. And so because we're going into this Pokemon Presents without getting any type of update or look at Pokemon Legends ZA, aside from basically a teaser and a logo since an entire year, I am expecting that this is probably going to be the entire main series Pokemon game for 2025. And I know there's been some people speculating about if there's going to be another main series game announcement inside of this Pokemon Presents. There's rumors already and like fake leaks going around about like Pokemon Black and White remakes and stuff like that. I just don't think that that's possible. There's no way that they're going to be able to have Pokemon Legends ZA coming out this year and then not have any type of gameplay footage or anything and then show that for the first time and then also be like, oh, by the way, we still have another main series Pokemon game coming out during holiday this year. No, I just don't see that happening. I feel like they're going to show Pokemon Legends ZA for the first time inside of this Pokemon Presents, and they're pretty much just going to be relying on this to hype up them for the entire year in terms of Pokemon content, and it's probably going to release around holiday of this year in like November 2025. And this would just be the best case scenario because for the longest time, we've always had a brand new Pokemon generation every 3 years. Like Black and White came out in 2010, 3 years later we got X and Y in 2013, 3 years later after that we got Sun and Moon in 2016, 3 years later after that in 2019 we got Pokemon Sword and Shield, 3 years later after that in 2022 we got Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So 3 years after that would put us at this year in 2025, but with how we had Pokemon Legends ZA get announced and still haven't seen anything for it, I just can't see them revealing Pokemon Legends ZA for the first time and then also being like, oh, by the way, here's also new starters and a whole new generation and Gen 10. It's just not possible. So I'm definitely expecting Pokemon Legends ZA to be the only main series Pokemon game for this year, and then Generation 10 is definitely going to be next year in 2026, probably at the very end of the year around holiday 2026, because it is also going to be Pokemon's 30th anniversary, and what a good way to celebrate that anniversary than having the big Generation X 10th generation on the brand new Nintendo Switch 2. And so yeah, I do think that Pokemon Legends ZA is going to be the last main series Pokemon game that we're going to see on the current Nintendo Switch, and the next Pokemon games, the brand new next generation with Gen 10, is going to be exclusive to the Nintendo Switch 2 because that would be an insane way to get people to buy Nintendo's next system, because if you have an entire brand new generation of Pokemon that looks amazing and it's only on the new system, that is going to be a console seller for so many people, just like it was when Pokemon Sword and Shield came out on the Nintendo Switch, and so many people started buying Nintendo Switches for the first time just for that game. So I'm sure they're going to do that to try to sell a bunch of Nintendo Switch 2s next holiday. And I know there's some people that have gotten a little impatient because every other week or so I'll see a tweet saying like, did the Pokemon company forget about this game? Where's the Pokemon Legends ZA news? And if a year is all it takes for you to start getting a little upset and not getting any type of update, you guys would have not survived some of the things that I've gone through, because I've seen games like Final Fantasy VII Remake getting announced and shown a little bit of gameplay in like 2015, and then they've gone silent for literally 4 years, and we didn't get an entire update till 2019, where I finally got like another look at the game. And the thing is, that game turned out to be one of the best games that I've ever played, and you can even just compare these images right here to see how much extra development time can help to making a game better. And obviously, like, this game isn't gonna have 4 years of development time or like 6 years of development time to look really good, but I have just wanted main series Pokemon games to start taking some more time for better polish and just an overall better experience, and this is definitely a step in the right direction. And I do feel like this extra year for Pokemon Legends ZA and also Generation 10 is definitely going to help out these games, and they are going to be a little bit better than what we were expecting. But yeah, we're in a really good situation right now when it comes to Pokemon, and it's a pretty exciting time to be a Pokemon fan. A lot of cool things are just upon the horizon. And so yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, definitely be sure to click that like button and also subscribe to the channel as well. I'm definitely gonna have some more videos talking about Pokemon, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. Comment down below and let me know what you think about this. How do you feel about the state of Pokemon Legends ZA and how we're finally gonna be getting information about it after a year with this Pokemon Presents? How do you feel about everything with like Generation 10 probably coming out next year and everything? Be sure to comment about it, but if you don't have anything to say about it, just comment your favorite emoji down below for some engagement. I would really appreciate it. Go follow me on Twitter at Aero. You can be featured in videos, and also join my Discord server as well. We've got a bunch of people in there who are always talking about Pokemon and Smash Bros and Nintendo, so definitely be sure to join that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching.